Well, here it's opening day, bear season. I'm about 4 hours into the morning. It's been raining. Haven't seen anything. No bear, no deer, no squirrels. Nothing. Well, I just shot a bear and I had my whole setup here and I clicked the phone on and I went to record and I never hit the start button on the stinking dot phone. So I didn't get it on video. Let me swap it around here. So the bear came out right by this camera right there. And he got about 40 yards out in the field. And I'm setting the camera, trying to turn it on, but never pushed start button. And I had a perfect broadside shot and it ran. And I think it died right by that log right there. I heard it moaning right there. And it looked like it had double ear tags. So it didn't look like a big bear. Nope, there's the cavalry. Alright, so I was in that window right there. And the bear came out right over here. It's my first time walking over. I shot him like right past the, probably like 30, 40 yards. Somewhere out here. Yeah, right here. This is the impact right here. Yes, that's 30 yards right here. That's where he fell when I shot. And I think he went down that way. But all the feeders been empty since the summertime, but I saw double ear tags in them. It was just so shiny and black. It crashed down in this stick stuff, great. I heard a crash right here somewhere. Is that it underneath there? It's tangled up. I don't see any blood. Yeah, that's a bear. That's it right there. I can see his foot.
I'm not sure he's still. I'm not sure he's dead.
There's some blood on the tree right there. But see a foot?
Oh, wait, I see blackness there.
It's dead.
Can I turn this off?
No. Let me get a picture first bear. I wish it was a bigger one, but. All right, down by the creek, and it's a male. I was really hoping to get a bigger one, but it just looked so big when it came out. I don't know. First bear though.
Okay, where's he at? Get him, Dustin. Get him.
So the first thing we're going to be doing here, we're going to be taking chest girth, and that's a measurement around the chest, and that's a good estimator to figure out the weight of the animal. So around here, so we're at 31 inches.
31 is saying 117. Now when I put that in my computer, it'll add in for all the entrails and stuff like that, so we'll actually give you a pretty more exact weight on that.
Okay.
But here on my paper it's saying 117, so you're going to be right in around that.
Okay.
So.
Next thing we're going to do, we're going to get a tooth, and they will cut that, slice it. It's like a tree, so every year it puts on a ring of growth, and they can look under microscope and figure out how old the bear is. So that'll be the milk tooth. It's not really a necessary tooth. We do this on live bears as well, and it's right behind the canine here. So don't want me to be your dentist. Alright. So there it is.
Right. They'll slice that and they'll dye it, and then under the microscope it'll show those growth rings, and they just count and tell how old this bear is.
For it being a male and 117, what do you think the age is without using the teeth?
Probably 2 to 3.
2 to 3 year old.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Get your tag numbers here. So when these are trapped, we'll tag them, and this number, it'll tell you pretty much its track history of how many times it was trapped, where it's been trapped, and things like that. So I mean, there's that. You ready?
Yeah.
49999 on the right.
So it should be, the other one should be 49998. If you didn't lose it.
No, it's 5.
Okay.
Yeah, 50000.
Oh.
So you got
That's the other.
You got to break into 1,000.
So 2 ear tags mean what?
Nothing. We put 2 on every time.
Oh, so he
we
wasn't
catch 'em.
like trapped twice.
Right.
No.
Now,
No.
we get that sometimes, that everybody will be like, hey, it has 2, so it's been trapped twice. They always get 2. That way, if one gets pulled out, they also, a lot of times, they'll get tattooed up here above the lip in
Okay.
case they lose both. I've had people say, hey, it had 4. That's not true. We don't put a tag in every time we catch them.
Okay.
So,
And you're just tagging it because it was a nuisance bear and you had to trap it?
Possibly not. It may just be a research bear. There's a quota that we have each year that we do, and that's how we figure out. It's just the mark and recapture and the marking the kill harvest. So that's how we figure out our bear numbers.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm definitely learning something here.
We'll check our tattoos real quick. We will put them about here. Check the other side. Do you see anything on that side? Nothing. No ink.
It probably wasn't tattooed.
No. All right.
So this was a male.
And that, with the tag in his ear, would that determine his home range, or that has nothing to do? That's just where he was
Where
captured?
he was trapped.
That's just where he was
It'll-
trapped.
But with that number, I'll be able to see, where he was trapped. If he was at any time, if he was trapped again.
Okay.
His whole history, if you
And
will.
compared to me shooting him here, that would tell you where he's been looping around, I guess.
Yep.
Yep. Absolutely.
Most of the times you'll find that maybe he was trapped here and taken, an hour or so away and released, and here you are harvesting him again. He came right back.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what the interesting thing will be, is to what.
Yeah.
I have one out there that's tagged that as a cub he had a cheese ball container stuck on his head, so his name is Cheese Ball in the system.
Well,
He got a nickname, so I'm waiting for somebody to get that, and it's cool what the history is with it. So
what determines where you release them at compared to where you catch them?
So we try to get them in an area. If they're a nuisance, obviously I want to get them to an area that they're not going to cause that issue. But we have such a big bear population that sometimes later in the year, in the summertime, sometimes all we're doing as officers is just swapping bears and hoping that they kind of hang and no issues.
So can a guy like me say, I'll take your bears if you want to drop them off here, or you can't do that?
If I did do that, believe it or not, they wouldn't stay.
It doesn't matter. They're
Yeah,
gonna
I
leave
could
anyway.
drop off 100 bears here, and you're not going to keep 100 bears.
Gotcha.
So
it doesn't
everybody
matter.
thinks that, like,
Yeah.
oh, we're trapping them out of the area or
Yes,
something.
that's
or,
what I was thinking.
Hey, they
Yeah.
released a whole bunch. We're going to be in good shape. And
Yeah,
that
that's not
doesn't-
true.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
There you go. And I've heard rumors like black market selling parts of bears. Is that true?
that is true.
That is true.
Yes.
People do that.
The gallbladder is one of
Paw.
them. Yep, and the paw is another. It's called bear paw soup. So, and actually, they with the gallbladder, that's sold overseas, and it's a remedy. And they actually came up with like artificial type for that to take place of that, but they still want the real thing, even though they came up with that replacement.
Wow.
So,
Now,
yeah.
is that just a random somebody selling that, or people specifically hunt the bears because they're black market sellers?
both.
Both.
Yeah.
Another question I had, when I gutted him, when I was cutting around his, it seemed like there was a long, hard bone.
Baculum. That's the bone for that part.
Really? Because a deer, it's not like a deer doesn't have.
No.
No.
Them, beaver, other animals, mammals have them. So certain ones. Well, I think all the rodents do, but including these.
You said you got that right here.
Yeah, right here,
So
yeah.
you're actually
Do you need the time on there? Or?
no. You're gonna just this becomes the new tag.
Okay.
So you can cut that off, and then you can put that in wherever he has that in.
I just slid it in as the bear's ear
Yep,
tag.
that's
Just-
fine. Just go right in through the same thing. And
Do you have this number right now?
are you gonna do anything with it? You gonna get mounted?
Well, now that you're saying he's maybe 2 to 3 years old and he's a good bear, I think I might.
Well, he's definitely. So he's definitely, for him to be over 100, he's not. He didn't. He may have got bumped out this year. It's possibilities, but that's still putting him, pushing on that 2-year mark here. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. He's not, because this year cubs, they'd only be pushing about 50 pounds, maybe close to 70, but depending on how many was in the litter and what they were eating and stuff. But with him being over 100, yeah. So okay.
And what's the average weight of a bear killed?
Yeah, good question. I don't know that. I don't know that right off the top. It'd probably be about a little over 200.
There's a wide
if I had
variety,
to.
though.
Oh, yeah.
if I had
Even
to
in
look.
the seasons, that
Oh, yeah.
shoot them in different seasons probably makes different weights too, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I caught a bear in April one time that was 588, and he did the math while he was in the fall. Before he went to the den, he'd be pushing a little over 700. It was like 760.
Wow.
So just shows you how much I'll lose in there. So yeah, different times. Okay, so just take this tag, and then he'll just need your license. So he's just going to go over and actually, since we have this great technology, he can literally put you in the computer right in my truck.
Nice.
So that's what he's going to do now. And then he'll give you your exact weight. And that'll be about it. You'll get a certificate in the mail.
I have a really good question for you, which I even called and I don't seem to get a good answer. It was kind of iffy. If I hunt bears and I buy a bear tag for this season, do I still need to buy a muzzleloader tag?
No.
So I wasted my money. If you buy a bear tag, you can hunt any season
Yep.
Yep.
with any weapon.
You would not need,
not deer.
for just the bear in this early season, you would not need the muzzleloader privilege or the archery privilege if you were out hunting bear. Now, if you're hunting deer,
Yes.
you would need that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that clears that up. So if you buy a bear tag, you don't need to buy your muzzleloader or archery stamp if you're hunting bear. So the bear check stations were kind of hit and miss. So these officers were nice enough to drive out and do a home inspection for me.
Yep.
Okay. You go ahead and pop that in the computers.
What time did you kill it at?
5 o'clock?
5 o'clock. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have any other questions for us?
No, I'm thinking. My wheels are turning. Oh, what percentage of hunters actually kill a PA bear?
Oh, good question. I used to, I only know it from years ago, and that's even before we had these early seasons, but it was 44. Every 41 in every 44 hunters got a bear.
Okay.
So I bet you that it's certainly up now.
Right.
Because our bear population has been up since then, and now we obviously have this new season.
Yes.
That is certainly helps a lot. So, but that's just a ballpark of where. Sorry.
1 in 44.
1 in 44.
That seems high.
And that was a couple years ago when we just only had the rifle season at the Thanksgiving.
Does that to me that sounds like good odds? No, it's not good odds. 1 in 44 is not good.
mean,
well, 50-50 is not good for me.
Think
So
about
1 in,
almost every 50 hunters, you know. So
Yeah.
that took a lot.
yes, okay.
So groups of you can only hunt in 25. So
You might not get one.
yeah, that whole group
Does
you
not
know,
get
so
one. Okay, gotcha.
You needed 2 groups to at least get one.
One
in those
bear,
odds. So
right.
no, that wasn't that great. So.
And when you're hunting bear in PA, you can kill any bear, correct?
Correct.
Cub, male, female,
Correct.
no size
it
limits.
used to be that you couldn't kill cub, and that got changed. That was years and years ago.
And do cubs actually do get killed?
Yes.
So he's entering the information into the computer.
Yep.
And it's going to add in the guts, I guess, the entrails.
It will. It does
Oh.
has a little box for that, so it'll actually give us an exact one, and we'll also be able to tell a story of what
Oh,
what
that's going to be
happened
great.
with it.
And what was his weight now if you added that stuff?
Okay, I can figure that out for you quick here. All right, so it'll be 138.
138 pounds live.
Yep.
Okay.
That's with the organs and everything and whatnot. So no symptoms of mange. Success.
Oh, good stuff.
All right, so I just wanted to mention that this was the early October season in PA. It's muzzleloader and archery for bear. So that's what I got it with the muzzleloader, a night muzzleloader. And I have videos of this rifle. If you go back in my history on the channel, you'll see me shooting this. So my son was actually archery hunting for deer in the same field that I shot this bear, and a week prior to this season, and he had a nice bear walk right out in front of him, and he got a little 10-second clip of that bear walking out. So I'll try to put that in this video. And maybe some pictures of some bears that we had coming on the cameras, a lot bigger bears. This is what I ended up with for the year, because my luck, I would have passed on this and then wouldn't have seen a bear for the whole rest of the season. So this is my first bear. We still have some bear tags in the family, so we're going to be back for deer archery, and we're going to be doing rifle, deer, and bear combination too. So the corn's still up, so we'll be doing a lot more hunting too. But that's it for me. My tag is gone. So thanks for watching.